Dave and Nancy Patrone are indeed wonderful ducks. Nancy by adoption, Dave by his degree. Dave was active here as a student and noted as a student leader, member of Theta Chi fraternity, and some of his brothers are here in this audience today to salute and help to thank him. He was an absolutely indispensable right arm to me as I stepped almost unthinkingly by accident into the university presidency 10 years ago during the first Oregon campaign, which set records of all kinds for this state and really for universities of our size at our stage. Dave headed that campaign really without much thanks, at least without the thanks that he deserved. He's been a trustee of the University of Oregon Foundation and now is a trustee emeritus, a designation given to very special people who've gone above and beyond in service. Nancy and Dave have been with us at every step in thinking about this gift, and one of the beautiful things, as I tried to convey to you, is the way in which they engaged with the university, both of them. And I'm not privy to their private conversations, but I know that the result was just a wonderful outcome for the university. Their daughter Amy is here. She is a second-year student at the University of Oregon, so we do have some generational DNA that we're proud to carry on very much. There's so much more that I could say, but I would really think that it's our time now to hear from the Patrones. But would you, ladies and gentlemen, all of you join me in thanking Nancy and Dave Patrone for this spectacular gift to the University of Oregon.
Well, I have a lot of friends out there, as does Nancy, and that's a tough send-off, and some beautiful, eloquent, and wonderful comments about us. And Janet Fertella, kind of the bulldog and Janet, brought us here today because this is something we'd like to just kind of skirt beneath these kind of things. But I would like to just tell you, since they only gave me 2 minutes, gave us 2 minutes, and they took, 5, 7, whatever. Just a little trail, and this won't take a long time. But I started school here in '62, and I was a California kid. I was a Southern California kid, and we had kids from our high school that came up here, an unusual amount at that time. But obviously, I didn't know anything about the Oregon kids. I didn't. People ask, why'd you come here? And I'd hate to tell you why I came here because I don't know why I came here. There wasn't much of a decision one way or another. I got accepted to 2 schools, and for some reason I came to Oregon. But when I left, I had such wonderful feelings about this school. And certainly was created by the school, the people in the school, the people, as I always describe in Oregon, that are genuinely nice people. You couldn't survive here with an ego. You certainly couldn't survive here with a hot California ego. It was drummed out of you. It didn't work, and it certainly didn't work in the fraternity house, wherever you were from, if you had a big ego. But I had such a unique experience in my fraternity experience, and I know there are a number of people that don't, or don't choose that, and for me, it just really worked. And I was in a particularly fine fraternity. I was in a particularly unique and fine class in that fraternity, and we had a wonderful group of 10 to 15 guys that bonded so closely together, worked so closely together to make the best for the house and to make the best for ourselves and have the most fun and all those type of things. And it's carried through a lifetime. And we have gotten together through the years, off and on, for probably the first 20 after we left here, and probably for the last 20 years, every other year, we have gotten together with spouses, and typically at somebody's home for a weekend in Oregon, and just had a wonderful time of friendship. And the group has stayed together. The spouses really enjoy each other. I enjoy the spouses more than I do the fraternity brothers. It's just a wonderful group of people. So my love for this university, between the university itself and these people, were there. That was the foundation. I didn't really get reacquainted back into the university itself until basically I did something in 1988 where I spoke at the business school. But in 1991, they asked me to be a trustee, which was obviously an honor, surprise, an honor, and then asked me to see if I would oversee the campaign from the trustee standpoint which was a shock, and also something I didn't want to do. And I told the then fellow in charge, Brody Remington, that I would do it for a year, but that would be it. And 7 years later, I was still there. And but through that experience is when I really got to understand the university itself.